Good. Awesome. Thank you, Victor, for joining us. We're going to start with Michelle for the first question.
Hey, Victor. Phil was telling us before, I mean, in many different ways, that it's kind of now or never, that the team is at a point where no excuses, now or never, all of those type of things. Can you just talk from a player's vantage point, a captain, where is the team's mood right now? And you are in a now or never situation facing the top team in the league tomorrow night. So what's the team mentality right now?
Yeah, I think, as a team, right now our confidence is low. Obviously, the results that we've had haven't gone our way, and we're the ones that hate losing the most. We go into every game wanting to compete and wanting to win, and we haven't been able to do that in the past 5. So that hurts the confidence a little bit, but the only thing we can do is just keep working hard. We have been working very hard. Unfortunately, we couldn't play this past game, but we had a good week in training, and we were prepared and we were ready. Unfortunately, we couldn't play, but now we get a great opportunity at home. Soccer always gives you another opportunity, and I guess, like Phil said, it is do or die now, and we need to start getting results if we want to make the playoffs.
Go to Franco.
Hey, Victor. I wanted to get your vantage point or your thoughts on what I asked Ryan there at the end about the spacing, because to me it looked like the attack or the front four. I know you didn't. I don't think you started that game. Or the front, was it 6 or front 4 or 5? Pressed in the higher spots, and the back line kind of stayed further back. Seemed to be a disconnect, at least from my analysis or my vantage point. How do you explain that, or how would you explain that? What did you guys talk about after the game to correct that over the last few weeks? Yeah,
one of the key aspects of our tactical play is to be compact and narrow and force things out wide. Against Montreal, that they exploited spaces in behind us and did a movement from their center mid, their holding mid would drop out wide, and it created problems for us where they created overload on the side, and we were really trying to catch up and trying to make decisions which weren't the correct ones, and they exploited those spaces. All kudos to them for doing that, but for us, it's important to stick to the game plan. We need to be compact and narrow, not allow things through. We know the kind of players that New England brings, like Carles Gil and his quality, so we need to limit him on the ball and force him to play backwards and play out in front of us so that we have a better opportunity of controlling him and controlling their attack.
Thank you. We'll go Michelle now.
Sorry. Can you talk about Rodolfo? We don't know yet, obviously, if he's going to play or he's not going to play, but Phil was saying that he's been really different the last 2 weeks, that he's just seen the best version of him so far, that he seems happier and more confident and was one of the top players in training the last few weeks. You've been with him now for 2 seasons. What have you seen from him in the last 2 weeks, and how much of a blow would it be if he doesn't get to play tomorrow, considering where he is right now?
Yeah, I think he hasn't played many games this season. I believe he's played in about 5 of them, 5 or 6, and he's ready to prove something. We know the caliber and the quality that he holds, and we've seen it where he came from, and in the national team when he's played at the top levels, and we're going to need him if we want to turn this thing around. He has been with a different attitude these past 2 weeks in training and off the field as well with the guys in the group in the locker room, and it's good to see. It's good to see our star players that we want and we need use that attitude and have it on and off the field, because we know that we're going to need him in the long run.
Last question, Franco.
Victor, building off on that, and I've got to ask, Phil mentioned that Rodolfo's been different the last few weeks. He's got a smile on his face. He's been taken into the group a little bit differently. I ask you because you're one of the 4 captains. You're also bilingual, so I know you can speak to the English guys just so you can speak to the Spanish guys. Was there a point this season where Pizarro was maybe disconnected from some of the teammates or some of the group internally behind the locker room in the vestuario, like we say? Was there a point there where maybe things weren't clicking and things weren't on the same page with him? Because in certain games when he has played, that's been my impression, that there were moments where players looked him off, teammates looked him off, and then just they weren't on that same wavelength.
Yeah, I think in general it's been tough. It's not an excuse, but COVID has really impacted the sport, especially in locker rooms. At the beginning of the season, we weren't allowed to be in the same locker room, so we just saw each other on the training ground, and then everybody would go their own way. Now things are starting to be a little bit better. We're all in the same locker room. We're sharing common space. We're eating together. We're doing activities together. So it's bringing that team bonding and team unity that is really needed, especially for when you have a lot of different guys in a new group and you want to build something, some strong bonds off the field that'll translate into the field. It's been tough on that aspect. These last couple of weeks really been more united as a group, not just him, but everybody. We've been more together. We're doing things off the field. We're staying around and hanging out with each other after training and getting to know each other on a personal level other than just being teammates on the field. So I think it's going to help us in the long run, and I'm happy that we've been able to do stuff together, and now excited to take this opportunity that we have tomorrow night against a very, very good team.
Thank you, Victor. And thank you, everyone, for joining
Thanks,
us
guys.
today.
Thank you. See you guys.